This is pretty interesting. A guy I like to follow on Twitter by the name of Michael, he sniffed this out. And I'm going to give him credit where credit is due, and I do find it extremely interesting. And we are talking about players that may have signed with ProjectB.
Okay, so the WNBA world is buzzing. This new ProjectB league, super secretive, just followed a few players on social media. Instantly, everyone's guessing what it means. What's crazy is, ProjectB doesn't follow many people. So, when they added Kelsey Mitchell, Jonquel Jones, and Camila Cardoso, it felt huge. Are these just random follows, or is this a sign they're signing players? If so, the WNBA might be in trouble.
They're only following 11 entities. They're only following 11 on their official Twitter feed. Kelsey Mitchell. I'm not following Kelsey, really? My girl Camila Cardoso. You can see I'm following her. Center. The Chicago Sky, right? Jewel B. Lloyd. Yeah, Jewel.
This all started with one fan, Michael, who's known for spotting clues like this. He noticed ProjectB had added some players to their follow list. He dug deeper, and the numbers started to tell a pretty wild story. It started small, but it quickly turned into something much bigger.
You guys didn't know this. My third favorite player in the entire WNBA is Jonquel Jones. And they are also following Jonquel Jones. Very interesting because they're following Nike Ogumake, who is signed with their league, and Alyssa Thomas, who is signed with their league. We've heard they've already signed other players. We don't know who those other players are. Should be noted, unless I'm going crazy, Camila Cardoso,
Thing is, ProjectB is really careful about who they follow. It's like a top secret operation, so every new follow is a big deal. When Michael dropped this news, fans went crazy trying to confirm it. And there they were, Kelsey Mitchell, Jonquel Jones, Camila Cardoso. These aren't just any players, they're WNBA powerhouses. ProjectB only follows 11 accounts total, so these additions felt like a hint at some serious negotiations. Everything is still under wraps, and the players aren't saying anything, but we know how this works. Social media often spills the beans way before any official announcement is made. The fact that a major league follows someone often means that talks are happening. This made fans start picking everything apart. Why these players? Why all at once? And why now? Especially when the WNBA is already dealing with rival leagues and contract drama, it feels like it's way too planned.
Players, not counting Alyssa Thomas, but some of these players, Jonquel Jones, Kelsey Mitchell, Camila, I've not seen any kind of activism surrounding those players.
Seriously, the more people looked at that list, the clearer it became. ProjectB was sending a message without saying a word. Even reporters started talking about it, pointing out that these aren't just good players, they're elite, with incredible stats and high demand worldwide. And get this, when a new league is trying to make a splash, the money is going to be insane.
So, as you can imagine, we're going to keep our eyes open, but Kelsey Mitchell, Jonquel Jones are two huge names. Jewel Lloyd, big name. Camila Cardoso, big name, high-profile athlete out of South.
The big question is this just a coincidence, or is ProjectB showing us the first superstars who might jump ship? The silence from the league and the players is just making the mystery even bigger. Guys, this is about to get really interesting.
This storyline, watching how this affects Unrivaled, again, I think Unrivaled is doomed. And then how it affects the WNBA is...
This is where things get even crazier. Fans started looking closely at each player ProjectB was following, and it became impossible to ignore what it all meant. First, there's Kelsey Mitchell, who has been a scoring machine in the WNBA for years. She's the type of player any new league would want to start with to gain credibility. If she joins ProjectB, it sends a message to the WNBA that they might not be able to hold on to their biggest stars. Next up is Jonquel Jones, and this is when things went from interesting to alarming. She's a former MVP, a championship-level leader, and super respected in women's basketball. If she's on Project B's radar, it means they're not just after young talent, they want established vets who can draw viewers. Seeing her name made everyone wonder how much Project B has already locked down. The biggest surprise was Camila Cardoso. She's new to the WNBA, but she's already huge. She's got size, energy, and a massive social media presence. For Project B, getting someone like her would bring in a new generation of fans, especially with her global appeal in Brazil. These three names together feel way too strategic to be a coincidence. People started asking if this was a calculated move or if the players have already signed deals. Each theory just fueled the fire, and everyone's been quiet. What's even more insane is when you look at the bigger picture. Project B isn't just randomly following people, there's a strategy behind every name. The league is trying to brand itself as a global alternative, aiming to crown a world champion, not just focusing on one country. With that goal, the players they're following make perfect sense. Kelsey Mitchell is elite American talent. Jonquel Jones brings international respect, and Camila Cardoso is the rising global star. Together, they offer skill, marketability, and worldwide reach. Project B is trying to build something bigger than just a basketball league. They want to be global from day one. They need faces that resonate with diverse audiences. Kelsey is the powerful American anchor, Jonquel connects with Caribbean fans, and Camila brings in a young international following. Every player fits into this blueprint to make Project B a worldwide powerhouse, not just some regional experiment. Fans also pointed out that these players represent different career stages. Kelsey is in her prime, Jonquel is a seasoned vet, and Camila is a rookie with a huge future. If Project B wants a strong, diverse, and balanced roster, these three are the foundation. Their presence on that follow list tells us Project B isn't just creating competition, they're building a stable core for long-term dominance. The fact that a new league is already identifying and potentially securing this kind of lineup is what's blowing everyone's mind. People are starting to wonder if these follows are early signs of deals already in motion, and if that's the case, this is just the beginning. Then, to make things even more controversial, Project B is backed by a Saudi-owned entertainment company, which sparked outrage. The moment this partnership was announced, concerns swept across social media. Some fans were excited about the massive payouts, while others worried about the political baggage. Terms like sports washing started popping up everywhere, just like with Saudi investments in boxing, golf, and soccer. The reactions show how divided fans are, even before the league launches. Players have been careful about what they say, but many admit the money being offered is life-changing. Project B can offer contracts far beyond the WNBA. For athletes who play overseas just to make ends meet, the idea of earning more in one season than they usually do in 4 is hard to ignore, but it comes with scrutiny. Fans are asking if joining Project B would damage a player's reputation or face criticism. That's why that follow activity raised so many eyebrows. If players as respected as Jonquel Jones or as promising as Camila Cardoso are talking with Project B, it suggests the money is overpowering the controversy. Kelsey Mitchell's presence makes it even clearer. These aren't fringe players, they're high-level athletes with influence. If they're considering a Saudi-backed league, the financial incentives must be stronger than any potential backlash. The debate is intensifying, with some saying players should chase their future, while others insist aligning with Project B sends the wrong message. Each new player the league follows makes fans more uneasy, wondering how many stars might leave the WNBA. Once fans realized multiple WNBA stars might be jumping to Project B, attention shifted to another league, Unrivaled. This player-only league launched with big promises and hype, but suddenly found itself in a dangerous spot. From the start, Unrivaled was marketed as a groundbreaking alternative, offering more control and better pay, but its launch has been slow. Its structure